She told me, "Stop acting like we're serious. I don't want people thinking I'm tied down." I said, "Got it." That night, I packed my stuff and left. The next morning she called, confused, asking why my closet was empty. I said, "You didn't want to be tied down." I listened. Hey viewers, before we move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you want to see more stories like this. Thanks. I, 35M, thought we were building a life together with my girlfriend, 32F, of 3 years, but it turns out I was just her convenient backup while she chased excitement elsewhere. This is the story of how her betrayal blew up in her face, and how I walked away without looking back. Buckle up, it's a long one, but the payoff is worth it. We met at a mutual friend's barbecue back when things were simpler. I was working as a software developer in a mid-sized city, pulling steady hours at a tech firm that paid the bills and let me save for the future. Sarah was trying to break into the social media influencer scene, posting about lifestyle, fashion, and empowerment vibes on her accounts. She had that spark, charismatic, always the center of attention at parties. I fell for her energy, and she said she loved my stability. "You're my rock," she'd tell me early on. I believed it. From the start, I was all in. Committed, loyal, the kind of guy who shows up. When she quit her day job as a marketing assistant to go full-time influencer, I supported her 100%. I covered the rent on our apartment for the first 6 months while she built her following. I'd come home from a long day coding, and there she'd be, glued to her phone, editing videos or responding to comments. I'd make dinner, rub her shoulders when she complained about content burnout, and even helped her brainstorm ideas. Remember that viral post she did about self-care routines for busy bosses? Yeah, that was my suggestion to tie in some affiliate links for products she liked. It got her first big sponsorship deal. But looking back, the cracks were there from the beginning. Sarah craved validation like air. Her phone was always buzzing with notifications, likes, comments, DMs from fans and collaborators. At first, it was harmless. She'd show me funny messages or excited collabs. But over time, it shifted. She'd start comparing me to the guys she interacted with online. "Oh, this photographer I connected with is so adventurous. He's traveling to Bali next month," she'd say casually over breakfast, her eyes lighting up in a way they didn't for me anymore. I'd brush it off, thinking it was just networking. I mean, I wasn't the jealous type. I trusted her. Things got worse about a year ago. Her following grew to around 50K, and suddenly she was getting invites to events, brand launches, networking mixers, photo shoots. I'd tag along sometimes, but more often, she'd go alone. "It's work, babe," she'd say. You'd be bored. When she came home late, smelling like cocktails and perfume that wasn't hers, I'd ask how it went, and she'd give vague answers. Met some cool people. Nothing big. The mistreatment ramped up subtly at first. She'd post stories on her socials that made our relationship seem optional. Like a selfie at a bar with the caption, "Single vibes tonight?" Who knows, winking face, even though we were living together. I'd see it pop up on my feed and feel this pit in my stomach. When I'd bring it up gently, "Hey, that kind of makes it look like we're not together," she'd roll her eyes. "It's just for engagement. Don't be so sensitive." My audience loves the mystery. But it hurt. I started feeling like a secret she didn't want to claim. Flashback to last Christmas. I skipped a promotion at work that would have meant relocating because she begged me not to. "I need you here to help with my content," she said, tears in her eyes. "We're a team." So I stayed, turning down a 20% raise and better benefits. Meanwhile, she blew through our joint savings on new camera gear and outfits for her shoots. I didn't complain. I wanted her to succeed. But in return, she'd flake on our plans. Date nights turned into her scrolling through comments while I sat there. Intimacy. It became rare, with excuses like, "I'm too stressed from posting schedules." By spring, the emotional abandonment was blatant. She'd talk endlessly about this new collaborator. Let's call him Jake, a photographer with a big following who specialized in edgy, urban shoots. "He's so creative," she'd gush. "We vibe on ideas in a way that's just electric." I'd nod, swallowing the unease. Then came the late nights working with him. I'd wake up to an empty bed, her texts saying, "Shoot ran long," crashing at a friend's. I knew something was off, but I didn't pry. I didn't want to be that guy. The disrespect peaked over the summer. She'd make snide comments in front of friends. At a group dinner, someone asked if we were thinking about marriage. She laughed it off. Oh, we're just having fun right now. No rush. Fun. After 3 years and all I'd invested, I felt like a backup plan, always there but never the priority. Her post got bolder too, flirty replies to Jake's comments, photos where she tagged him with heart emojis. Mutual friends started giving me pity looks. One even pulled me aside. Dude, you okay? Saw Sarah's story last night. She was all over that fada guy at the club. I played it cool, but inside, it was eating me up. I tried talking to her about it once, seriously. We were on the couch after I'd cooked her favorite pasta. Sarah, I feel like we're drifting. Your posts and these late nights. It makes me question where we stand. She sighed dramatically. God, not this again. It's my career. If you can't handle it, maybe you're not cut out for dating someone like me. That stung. I was the one holding us together, paying bills, being the emotional anchor. But to her, I was just boring, predictable. The confusion set in hard after that. Nights alone in bed, staring at the ceiling, wondering why I was pouring so much into someone who treated me like an afterthought. The unfairness of it all simmered. I'd given up opportunities, supported her dreams, and in return, got dismissed. But I didn't lash out. I just observed, waited, let the silence speak. It all came to a head at a rooftop party in early fall. It was one of those influencer events she dragged me to, full of glossy people snapping pics and networking. I dressed up, tried to mingle, but I felt out of place among the filters and facades. Sarah was in her element, flitting around, laughing too loud at Jake's jokes. He was there, of course, tall, tattooed, with that smug grin. At one point, I put my arm around her waist while talking to a couple we knew. Nothing possessive, just natural. She stiffened, pulled away, and turned to me with this irritated look. Stop acting like we're serious, she snapped, loud enough for people nearby to hear. I don't want people thinking I'm tied down. Her tone was dismissive, smug, like I was some clingy kid embarrassing her. Jake chuckled in the background, and a few others exchanged awkward glances. I stood there, the words hitting like a gut punch. Tied down. After everything? But I didn't react. No scene, no argument. I just nodded calmly. Got it, I said, my voice steady. Inside, though, it was the final straw. The betrayal felt outrageous, publicly humiliating me to keep her options open, all while I'd been loyal to a fault. That night, while she stayed out networking, I went home alone. The apartment felt empty, echoing with memories of better times. I sat on the couch for hours, letting the confusion wash over me. Why had I let it get this far? Flashback to our first anniversary. I'd surprised her with a weekend getaway, and she'd cried happy tears, saying I was her forever. Now, I was just tying her down. The silence stretched into the early hours. I didn't cry or rage, I just processed. The unfairness burned. I'd sacrificed my own growth for hers, only to be discarded like yesterday's trend. By dawn, clarity hit. I didn't need to confront or beg. I just needed to act. Quietly, I started packing. Clothes, books, my laptop, essentials first. I left her stuff untouched, even the shared items like the coffee maker I'd bought. No note, no drama. By morning, my closet was empty, my side of the bed made like I'd never been there. My phone rang around 10 a.m. It was Sarah, her voice groggy and confused. Hey, where are you? I just got home. And why is your closet empty? Did you go to the gym or something? I was already at a coffee shop, sipping black coffee, my bags in the car headed to a buddy's spare room. I kept my tone even, no emotion leaking through. You didn't want to be tied down, I said simply. I listened. There was a pause on her end, like she was processing. Then she laughed, but it sounded forced. What? Come on, that's not what I meant. I was just, at the party, people were watching. Don't be dramatic. When are you coming back? I'm not, I replied calmly. We're done. Take care. Wait, what? You can't just leave like that. We need to talk about this. You're overreacting to one comment. But I wasn't. It wasn't one comment. It was the culmination of months of being made to feel like a backup. Her twisted logic poured out. I need space to grow my brand. Being tied down looks bad for my image. But that doesn't mean I don't care about you. You're my safe space, babe. Jake's just a collab thing. Fun, no strings. You get that, right? We can keep it casual on the surface, but you're important. Casual, safe space. Her excuses were a mess of hypocrisy, wanting the benefits of my loyalty without the commitment. She flipped it on me. If you really loved me, you'd understand. Don't make me the villain here. I didn't engage. Goodbye, Sarah. I hung up, blocked her number, and drove away. No outburst, no begging for explanations. Just detachment, dignity intact. The next few weeks were a blur of silence and self-reflection. I crashed at my friend's place, threw myself into work, hit the gym like never before. The confusion lingered, replaying her words, questioning if I'd missed signs. But I let it breathe, didn't rush to fill the void. Flashbacks hit hard. Me staying up late to edit her videos while she slept, only for her to credit the universe in her posts. The unfairness fueled me, but I channeled it into rebuilding. No contact, no social media stalking. I vanished from her world, focusing on mine. Little did I know, her untied life was about to unravel spectacularly. The days turned into weeks, and I embraced the quiet. No more late-night edits for her content. No more walking on eggshells around her moods. I found a small studio apartment across town. Nothing fancy, but it was mine. I threw myself into work, finally pursuing that promotion I'd passed up before. My boss noticed the focus. Within a month, I was leading a new project team, with a raise that more than made up for what I'd lost supporting Sarah. Gym sessions became ritual, weights, runs, clearing my head. I even started hiking on weekends, something I'd always wanted but shelved because she hated getting sweaty for no reason. The confusion from the breakup lingered at first. I'd catch myself wondering if I'd been too hasty, replaying her justifications in my head. Safe space. What did that even mean? It was just code for using me while she chased thrills. But I didn't dwell. I journaled a bit, talked to a couple close friends who confirmed what I already knew. She'd been stringing me along. The silence was healing. No drama, just space to rebuild. I deleted her from my socials, unfollowed mutuals who might feed me updates. Out of sight, out of mind. Then, karma started creeping in. I didn't seek it out, but word trickled through the grapevine. About a month after I left, a buddy from our old circle texted, "Dude, Sarah's imploding. You hear?" Turns out, her collab with Jake wasn't just professional. They'd gone public, posts of them at trendy spots, captions like, "Found my creative soulmate fired." But it soured fast. Jake was all flash, no substance. He used her for her audience, getting her to promote his photography gigs for free while he partied on her dime. When her sponsorships dipped, brands pulling back after spotting the drama in her comment sections, he turned nasty. From what I gathered, he started criticizing her content publicly, calling it amateur in replies that her followers ate up. Then came the abuse. Yelling matches caught on stories. She deleted them quick, but screenshots spread, him ghosting for days while flirting with other influencers. Mutual friends spilled more. He drained what was left of her savings on joint shoots that were really his solo trips. Her following tanked from backlash. People called her out for hypocrisy after old posts resurfaced where she preached loyalty in relationships. One viral thread exposed her cheating. Influencer Sarah dumps loyal BF for photic fling. Now she's the one getting played. Karma's real. She unraveled publicly. Lost a big brand deal when Jake leaked private chats mocking her desperate vibes. Friends distanced themselves. Turns out, many had pitted me and now saw her true colors. She got evicted from our old apartment after falling behind on rent. I'd been the one handling finances. Ended up crashing with her family, who I'd always found overbearing. Her mom constantly meddling. Her sisters stirring drama. Broke, isolated. Her online presence faded to desperate pleas for collabs. It was ironic. The girl who didn't want to be tied down was now anchored to rock bottom, all because she chased a fake high. I didn't gloat, didn't even check her profiles. But the justice felt earned, her actions catching up, no revenge needed from me. It deepened my resolve. I'd dodged a bullet, and the silence I'd chosen was my armor. About 2 months in, the attempt started. First, it was texts from unknown numbers, her borrowing phones since I'd blocked hers. "Hey, it's Sarah. Can we talk? I miss our talks." I'd delete without replying. Then voicemails. "Babe, I overreacted at the party. Jake was just a phase. You're the real deal. Call me." When that got no response, she escalated. One evening, I was grabbing takeout near my old neighborhood when she showed up. hair messy, eyes puffy, like she hadn't slept. There you are? I've been looking everywhere. Why won't you answer? I kept walking to my car, food bag in hand. She followed, voice rising. Come on, don't ignore me. I know I messed up, but we had something good. Remember how I supported you through that tough project at work? We can fix this. Supported me? She complained the whole time about my long hours cutting into her content time. But I stayed calm. Sarah, there's nothing to fix. We're over. She grabbed my arm lightly, desperation cracking her voice. Please. Jake turned out to be a jerk. He used me, yelled at me, left me with nothing. I'm staying with my mom now, and it's hell. I see now you were my stability. Let's start over. I'll delete all my posts about him. Her hypocrisy shone through, admitting the fling but framing it as a phase, like I should just forgive because she got burned. No apology for the public humiliation or emotional games. I pulled away gently. That's your situation to handle. I've moved on. But I need you. You're being so cold. After 3 years, you owe me a conversation at least. I got in my car. Goodbye. Drove off, heart steady. No sympathy stirred. She'd made her bed. The desperation ramped up. Her family got involved, just as toxic as I remembered. Her mom called from a withheld number. This is Eileen. How dare you ghost my daughter like that? She's heartbroken, crying every night. You men are all the same. Use him and lose him. Man up and talk to her. I hung up mid-rant. Then her sister texted, You're a prick for leaving Sarah high and dry. She gave you the best years of her life. At least help her with rent until she gets back on her feet. Family sticks together, even if you're not blood. Gave me her best years? I'd funded most of them. But their unpleasantness only confirmed why I'd left that world behind. Sarah's attempts turned angry after a few rejections. Late-night voicemails. Fine, ignore me. You're probably loving this, seeing me suffer. But karma will get you too, you heartless bastard. I made you who you are. Showing her true colors. Entitled, vengeful when she didn't get her way. Friends she'd enlisted flipped too. One messaged apologizing. Sorry for pushing, man. We see now she played you dirty. Her isolation deepened, but I stayed detached. My life was rising. New project aced, weekends with real friends. Even dipped into dating apps casually. The emotional freedom hit. No more confusion, just clarity. She was irrelevant. The final nail came at our mutual friend Mike's wedding 6 months later. I'd RSVP'd yes, figuring enough time had passed. Walked in suited up, feeling good. Promotion fresh, a great woman named Lisa on my arm. We'd met hiking. She was grounded, supportive, the opposite of drama. Sarah was there, uninvited apparently, crashing via a +1 loophole. She looked rough, faded makeup, ill-fitting dress, like she'd hit a wall. Spotted me during cocktail hour and beelined over, eyes wild. Oh my God, there you are. I've been trying to reach you forever. Can we talk? Privately. Lisa sensed the tension, squeezed my hand. I stayed composed. No need, Sarah. Enjoy the wedding. She glanced at Lisa, face twisting. Who's this? Already replaced me? Please, just hear me out. Jake was abusive. He hit me once, took everything. I'm in therapy now, realizing what I lost. You were my rock. I was stupid, chasing excitement. But we can rebuild. I'll quit influencing, focus on us. Begging you, give me another chance. Her pleas were frantic, drawing stares. Hypocrisy peak. After dismissing our seriousness, now she wanted it back because her fling imploded. I mirrored her words calmly. You didn't want people thinking you were tied down. I gave you that freedom. Sounds like you enjoyed it with Jake until it bit you. She teared up. That's not fair. I was confused. Don't throw my words back at me. I love you, always have. Please, I'm desperate here. I felt nothing. No pull, no pity, just indifference. Sarah, you're irrelevant to my life now. I've built something better. New job, new paths, someone who values me without games. I nodded to Lisa. This is my fiancé, actually. We're happy. Her face crumpled, the reversal hitting hard. Guests whispered. Mike's wife shot her a glare. Fiancé? Already? You moved on that fast. Fine, enjoy your better life. But you'll regret this. She stormed off, humiliated in front of everyone, the public downfall mirroring how she'd treated me. I didn't watch her go. Turned back to Lisa, toasting the night. The chapter closed, emotionally free. If you're reading this, Sarah, hope you find your way. But it's without me. And to anyone in a similar spot, walk away with dignity. The justice comes on its own. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. What do you think about this story? Share it in the comments.